Hey guys, check this out. I've just got to share this little game with you. So it was actually a 30-minute rapid game that did not take 30 minutes. So yesterday was my birthday. I turned 48. And one of the things that I did was I was just looking around for new Gambit openings. And this little one came up. This is called the Blackmar-Diemer Gambit. And it's just great. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you through the game. It went absolutely perfectly. I'd memorised the move order, and this really is one to log in your memory banks for openings, particularly in Blitz. But like I say, this was a rapid game, and my opponent was rated around 1200. Okay, so I'm actually playing with the white pieces. My opponent's playing with the black, but I'm going to show you the game from the black perspective first, okay? Because what's interesting is that all the moves that black plays feel very natural. Okay, so it's a d4 opening, so you start with d4, d5, and then so this is me playing as white, you hit e4, which looks unusual. It's perfectly natural there for black to take, otherwise black could be really surrendering the centre. And then you follow up with knight to c3. The old move was f3, but then that came into problems with the counter gambit with e5. So that was the Blackmar gambit. This is the improvement. The Blackmar-Diemer gambit has knight to c3 in here. Knight to f6. So obviously knight to c3 is attacking the e4 pawn. Knight to f6, again perfectly natural, defending the pawn. And then you gambit again. So black's already up one pawn, and you push f3, and black thinks, well, what the heck, I've got these doubled pawns on the e-file, I might as well sacrifice this spare pawn now. It's like a bonus, why not? Go for it. Captures on f3, and what you do now is you give up another pawn, and this is why if you're playing blitz or bullet or something, this could be absolutely deadly opening. So you snatch that with the queen. So I played that move quite quickly. We've both only used 18 seconds so far of 30 minutes. This is a 30-minute game, but I didn't need to think. I think my opponent may have assumed that I was rushing my moves and just playing really badly, and so thought, keep the pressure up. So snatched that, only thought for a few seconds, snatched a third pawn. Well, actually I've just recaptured one, so black is now 2 pawns up, and here comes the kicker, right? So bishop comes out to e3, attacking the queen. Queen moves over again very naturally to b4, so queen's now looking at this b2 square. White castles. Okay, now this is important, because what we've done with this gambity opening is we've completely cleared the d-file. The d-file is totally open, and that long castle immediately, for white, you put your rook straight on there. And also notice now, the black king has no squares. Black king has nowhere to go. So if you can deliver check onto that black king, it could actually become checkmate. Right, next, very natural move. Look what black has spotted. Now the white queen and white rook on the same diagonal, and the g4 square is protected by a knight. So again, very natural move. Sticks the bishop in there, and then white does this. Okay, knight to b5, and it looks like you've just blundered your queen, right? So black obligingly takes the queen, and now is the finishing move. Can you see it? Knight to c7, checkmate. Okay, so we've each used 1 minute of our time. I took a few seconds there, I just had to check that it was right, and it's absolutely right. The king has nowhere to go. The king is in checkmate. White wins. Score up some points. So again, this is one to remember. So let's flip the board. I'm going to go right back to the start and show you from the white perspective what you need to be doing. So d4, d5. immediately attack the centre with e4. Black takes, natural. Knight comes out to attack the loose pawn. Knight comes out to defend the pawn. Again, very natural. Now you get funky with f3. Black's got the doubled pawns, so black may happily accept the second pawn, thinking got nothing to lose. Queen recaptures on f3, leaving another spare pawn. Black gleefully grabs the extra pawn, at which point you play the bishop out, creating space to castle, attacking the queen, kicking the queen over. b4 is a very natural square, but there are probably other squares the queen could go to. You castle, defending b2 and putting your rook on the open d file. Then black thinks, look at me, clever me, I'm up 2 pawns and I'm about to win more material. And white completely ignores the threat, playing knight to b5. If black is greedy and doesn't stop to think, boom, there you go. That is the ideal little opening. I'm going to play this. I'm going to start just playing d4. I've been playing e4 for a long time. I'm going to start playing d4 just because it's so much fun to get a little victory like this. So remember that move order, go through it a couple of times, and you will get some quick wins with this if your opponent gets overexcited and greedy and starts grabbing all that material. So enjoy.